Hello, this is Kate, and this is your weekly oracle card reading. And today I'm going to be using Self-Care cards by Cheryl Richardson, and they're a little bit different because they've got a picture. I'll show you. They've got a picture on the front, and then each card has a little saying on the back. Okay. So I'm just going to choose 3 cards just to get some insight into the upcoming week. Okay. So we'll start with the first card, which is going to represent Monday and Tuesday of this coming week. Okay, so we've got patience, and let's see what the message is. So it says, be patient, be willing to pass up good for great. Okay, so the beginning of the week, we're going to want to focus on cultivating patience, or another way of interpreting this is there might be certain events that come up for us in the next, at the beginning of the week, in the next few days, that really cause us to, I don't want to say force us to cultivate patience, but we might have some events that, give us that opportunity to really exercise patience and really strengthen that ability within ourselves. So patience is all about, there's different components of patience. One is to kind of establish that sense of trust that things are going to work out, and even if things aren't happening the way you want them to right now, that there's always that chance down the road that they're going to. So establishing that kind of faith will definitely help with patience, but also being, I think, in the present moment. Being in the present moment is another aspect of patience. And I think sometimes with patience, we're all about the future and, what's going to happen, and making things happen faster and quicker. And so with patience, it's all about, not getting too pulled into that pattern, or not getting too wrapped up in that habit of doing that. So being able to really be centered, to be grounded, and basically just connect yourself with the present moment and connect yourself with what is happening right now. So what is, not what is going to be happening or what did happen, but just connecting with what is, what's real for you right now, and the present moment, what's going on for you. So that's one way that you can really cultivate patience, is just being present in the now, and enjoying the now for what it is, enjoying what you're doing in the present moment, without projecting into the future. So and when I say projecting into the future, I mean like when you think of the future as being the time when you're going to be really happy. So deferring pleasure, or deferring happiness and joy now, because you think that later in the future that's when you're going to have it, and kind of looking forward to the future in that sense. So really this card is all about just being able to really step into the present moment and be present with what is. Okay, so the next card is going to represent Wednesday and Thursday of the following week, and we've got gratitude. And the message says, say thank you, experience the joy of acknowledging others. Okay, so as we move further into the week, there's that theme of gratitude coming up, and there's all different ways you can express gratitude, and when you look at this card, you might, suddenly have an idea of a way that you want to express your gratitude. One really neat exercise that I read about in a book, which really appealed to me, is to think of I think it was just 3 people that could be like public figures or people in your life, but they're people that you really, really admire, and write them, just a little thank you letter or thank you note, telling them, how, what they've done for you, and just thanking them. So if they've really inspired you, or, if they've inspired you, or they've given you ideas, or they've really helped you in some way, then, let them know that and share that kind of gratitude. And that in that act of doing that, you definitely, there's something energetic that happens to you when you express that gratitude to another person. There's something energetically, you're able to release certain blocks, especially if you have a lot of blocks to success, and things like that. You're able to kind of release those blocks, get things moving, and basically it's just a very positive kind of feel-good exercise where you're able to really kind of share your enthusiasm with someone and share your gratitude. And so really you're kind of putting out, really positive vibrations when you are in that place of gratitude and expressing gratitude for someone else and what they've done. Okay, so moving on to the weekend, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we've got guidance. Okay, and this card says, ask for guidance, the divine will meet your every need. Okay, so as we move further into the weekend, it's going to be important for us to be able to kind of reach out to others and not just ask for help, but to actually ask for maybe advice and guidance of some sort. So for a lot of people, sometimes it's hard to ask for guidance. Sometimes we think that we should be able to figure it all out ourselves, or that we should, have the wisdom within us, and we shouldn't need to reach out for others. And one way of looking at this, one way I like to look at it, is that we actually do have all the wisdom we need within ourselves. And when we, connect with others, so when we maybe connect with a teacher or some other person who gives us guidance, they aren't necessarily teaching us something new, but they're showing us or reminding us of something that we already did know. Or they're, another way is they're kind of triggering something within us to remember that information. So it's not necessarily that we're, reliant on others to provide us with information, but the more we connect with other people, the more we kind of open our minds or open our energy field, the more easily it is for wisdom to be unlocked within us. And in the same way, when we reach out to guide others or to give guidance, and if for teachers, if we're teaching a class or whatever it is that you do to pass on knowledge, in a way, really what you're doing is you're inspiring others, and that I think is the goal of a lot of teachers, is to not necessarily to inform. I mean, you're sharing knowledge and you're sharing wisdom, but it's really to help the students, or help those that are learning from you to kind of unlock their own wisdom within, and feel inspired to explore that further and to kind of open their minds up. So I'm going to take a little bit of a step back here and just look at these three cards together. Okay, so we've got patience at the beginning of the week, gratitude, and then guidance at the end of the week. So there's definitely, I see a theme here, and the theme is changing how we connect with other people. So patience is all about, being in the present moment, and not just accepting the present moment as it is, but accepting others how they are right now. So not being too eager to, change others or change their mind or, change anything about them, but just having that patience. And that's actually a very loving thing that you can do for people in your life, is to just accept them as they are and have that real sense of patience with them. And then with gratitude, it's all about, noticing how others have inspired you, and noticing, what you're grateful for, and sharing that with them. And then guidance is all about, being humble and wise enough to reach out for others and to accept, someone else's guidance or support, but also to offer your own guidance and support to others around you. So it's kind of a two-way street that way. So I definitely see this week as having that theme of kind of shifting how we relate to others, how we interact, and basically just feeling supported by those around us. So I hope you found this helpful. My name is Kate, and thank you for joining me.